And so I just wanted to talk with this. I meant to talk with a few days ago, and I apologise to the people. But they messaged me on Twitter, and they wanted to do a small Christmas present for me, which I said to them very kindly, not to do. Because again, I'm just doing my job. In other words, I'm doing my job. I'm just trying to raise awareness of of the community issues like dog droppings, League it up and litter, because it's again something that's going overlooked, and people in the town they don't talk about much. They kind of shy away from it because they don't want to deal with it. It's too much hassle for them, to deal with. But I take that on head on because I'm not afraid to take it on head on. And it's a hard job. It's a difficult job. It's a hard thing to do. But again, I don't need a medal for it. I'm meant to say straight. It's been very kind of them, to suggest to me that they wanted to write to the Minister for Environment, Eamon Ryan, and they wanted to write to the Gaeltacht of Cavan County Council to suggest that I would get a medal, a very high medal for recognition for community service to the general the Republic to the Republic of Ireland in other words. Because they think it was like as they said, they lived a long time, they'd never seen a young person, raise such awareness and talk. So I suppose the word they used was so dedicated and so determined to have something changed in these laws. And they said it's really commendable because again, as they said, to see no other young person in the country going on about this. They're too busy going on about what girls are in the class and what men what men they chase after and things like that. And I'm on about this. It's kind of ironic, but again, it's very kind of them, and they didn't want me to mention it. But again, it's very very nice of you. And I said to them at the time, it wasn't necessary to ask Eamon Ryan and Gaeltacht Sarah Wiley for it. But I don't know because again I don't. They said we'll try again soon, because I think they'll have the time that they will get something for it, and some kind of recognition from the state, for my contribution, contributing because again I'm not because again talking to county councils about League Dublin and dog droppings is like talking to the wall, to be honest. I might say straight. Because again, you need people on the ground. You don't need county councils sitting in their offices doing nothing. Because again, I'm there tackling it. I'm there at the core. I'm on the ground. I know what's happening. The county councils and stuff, they're sitting in the office, and that's all they do. And same with TDs. But again, it's very nice to me. It's very humble. As you can see there, way I was talking, I was very humble about it. It was very, how would you say it? It was very hit, right? I suppose. That somebody would suggest they get a national award, a national medal in other words, for my contribution to it. And again, it's been nice of people to, these two people to suggest it. And obviously they said they won't really, they do it at some other stage and to come back to me with it. But they seem very determined to get me some kind of recognition from the state for my contribution. Because again, a few county councils over the years have said that I haven't, I'm never seen a young person. I don't know, one county council said one time, I literally talk so much shit about it because literally I'm just literally nagging them and nagging them and nagging them. I won't let them rest, in other words, I won't let them rest. I just keep putting pressure on them to change something, to do something, to increase the fines, do something about it. Don't sit there and look at it and say, oh, what can we do? Keep putting pressure on them because that's what I keep doing every day of the week. I'm pressuring to get fines increased and things like that, and more quicker methods of getting these people fined and prosecuting them. Again, I'm always trying to do that, and that's something that a young person trying to do. Again, it's unheard of. It's unheard of young people trying to enforce the law, in other words. Because the law in this regard, as I said to many people before, it's just broken. It's just literally broken. It just doesn't work. The system we have at the moment, we need a lot more stricter. And that's the only way we're going to deal with it. If we want to save our environment, if we want to save our towns and our villages becoming dirt holes, and I'm say straight. Because again, that brings disease, that brings rats, famine, mice, etc., etc., etc. It's not nice. It's not nice for children to grow up and having to live beside rubbish and having to live beside a League of Dublin rats and everything in the seas. It's not nice, and we have to put a stop to it. And again, there's my rant. But again, it's very humbling. And again, I have to thank them. I really have to thank them. They didn't want me to mention them. But they said, again, I just thank you. Because it was nice. It's nice of you to take and nice of you the nice. It was a very nice talk, I have to say straight. maybe we might see. Let's say this. We might see. It depends what people take. If people take worthy enough to get an award for this, then so be it. I take it. If it's up to it's basically what I'm trying to say. It's up to people, the general public, what they take it. Because again, it's not up to me to decide. It's up to the people. It's up to the people that they take worthy enough to get a national award for. Basically, just going 24 hours a day, do something, and link it up. Because again, it's up to the people, but it's very humbling of them to suggest that it should. Thank you very much, and God bless.